Hello, I'm Joe Bradley. I'm from the UK and I'm probably better known to you guys as Latmun.
Hey, I'm Citizenn.
Okay, so mine was at home. I basically did a work placement when I was about 18 and I spent all the money I earned during that placement on buying my first ever DJ setup, which was pretty much, I'm not that old, so it was a couple of Pioneer decks and a Pioneer DJM 800 mixer. And as time's gone on and I've become more of a nerd, I basically moved to the Zone 92 and I have loads of things. So I use a little sampler which is here. I've got a reverb pedal which is intended for guitars but just works really nicely with the Allen Heath mixer. I also use the Pioneer RMX 1000 which I use for any other extra effects like drum rolls, adding other drums in, and you can pretty much do anything you want with that. So anything you can think of you can do.
My DJ setup is pretty extreme, a lot more extreme than his. I've got these things here, it's called the crossfader. This you can switch between tracks, it's pretty useful. This as well. This increases the volume of the track, you know, so you can like push it up or push it down, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's basically it. That's basically my setup, really. 2 CDJs and a mix.
So actually, a weird fact, we're actually both from the same hometown, right? We're both from Nottingham.
Home of the
so Stealth, you probably know Stealth, right?
I know, I worked at Stealth.
So did I.
You worked at Stealth?
I used to give out flyers. What did you used to do?
I used to collect glasses.
Okay, both about the same calibre of jobs.
Yeah.
So I used to give out flyers at a nightclub in Nottingham called Stealth, so when we were just speaking about.
Shouts to Alex Kirtland.
Yeah. And from there, just being exposed to the music all the time, and that was my first nightclub I really started going to. I didn't know I wanted to be a DJ straight away, but I just loved the music and going out and stuff. And then the first time I went to Ibiza was probably the moment where I knew what music I wanted to make and the direction I wanted to take it. So after that first trip to Ibiza, which was maybe 5 years or 6 years ago, I really started to get in the studio and like really find my sound. I'd been in the studio before then, but I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't really know what direction I wanted to go in. So from that moment, that's when I'd say I first decided to make the music I'm making now and take it the way I have. I think like finding your own sound, I think you'll probably agree as well. It's always by accident. So I knew kind of what I wanted to make, and I was making something and it kind of sounded the way I would want it in my head for the first time. And from that moment, I kind of found my sound. Like I wouldn't say, it happens by accident really. I kind of stumbled across it and then I kind of used elements that I found that sound with to kind of keep elaborating on that and build on what it is now, yeah.
You hear a mad sound when you're out, you don't know how it was made, and like you try and recreate the same thing and end up with something completely different. It might sound better, it might sound worse, but like it's your own thing, you know, like, so it's always interesting to hear these things and being like inspired by these new sounds. And like it may not even be part of the track, it might just be the room you're in at the specific time and you can't like recreate it because of the situation and the equipment that was used. So you know, you end up coming out with all these like weird different sounds trying to emulate the thing. Yeah. You end up finding your own sound in a way, yeah. And you just push it, yeah.
I guess when you first start playing loads of DJ sets, like multiple times per week, to different crowds around the world, you really learn like how to play to loads of various crowds, because everywhere you go, people want a little bit something different. And it kind of, you have to find what clicks particularly with that crowd. So the more crowds you play to, the more different places, the more kind of experience you have as a DJ, and the more you can please like future crowds. So playing more sets like regularly and getting used to doing that was something that really expanded my ability to DJ and means that you can always make that particular moment the most special it can be and most memorable for people on the dance floor. I mean, I came from playing like dark basement clubs, so I always have a love of doing that. But I like playing every type. Like festivals are great when it's sunny. When it's raining, it's not so good. But again, sometimes raining at a festival can create really special moments. But like playing at a festival really allows you to play kind of anything, because people that go to a festival are always in a great mood. They're always really open to any music. So people at a festival, I'd say, the most open crowds you play to. But yeah, I love playing anywhere really. It's just great to play the different places. So I wouldn't say one's my favourite. I like them all for different reasons.
Yeah. It's mad because like when you first start playing, like whether you're playing like in your room or you're playing in like a house party or like a local venue, and you kind of get used to that kind of space, and like you're playing that and you get used to playing a certain way, like you can literally apply it to any venue and any kind of like any size room. That's what I found anyway. It's kind of like I still kind of more or less play similar things and in a similar way, but like it's I don't know, the response you get is different, so the energy you get back from it is completely different. Like in a basement, for example, it's like way grimier, so the energy you get back, you can't really see directly, you can only see like directly in front of you, like the front row basically. And like, whereas like if you're playing a festival, you're seeing like a sea of people. You're essentially playing the same set, but the energy you're getting back is completely different.
Well, prior to house music, I used to listen to a lot of hip hop, and I'd say the bass lines of hip hop and like how bassy they are and how prominent they are in the track really inspires like what I make now. But other than that, right now I listen to mainly only house music, and you were saying about genres kind of merging together. With house music getting so popular over the last like number of years, I'd say there is a definite like crossover. You can, in a set, you can play. People are more open these days, especially at festivals. I was saying, you can play a combination of house, techno, kind of funky kind of stuff, and people are open to listening to that. So yeah, it's great that that's happening, really, I'd say. Thank you for having me here. I'm really excited to play the party. We haven't actually played yet, so in the next few hours we're going to get started.
So
we're sitting where
so
who knows?
We might end up hating.
Might never go home.
Might never go home. Something might happen, you know, like.
But yeah, I'm really excited to be here and play this party. It's going to be great.
Ditto. Really excited to play Budapest. My first time playing Budapest. Second time here.
So good, right?
Yeah, exactly. Open air vibes. Everyone here is super nice. They gave us towels with our names printed on them, which is crazy if you think about it. Playing records, just playing records. Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
So submissive.